Oi. Hello everybody, I'm Anna.
And I'm Michelle.
And we're the two mythical unicorns, and today we will be doing the spooky book tag. We will link the original down below.
Yes.
First question, Corn Maze. What book had you confused and lost from the very beginning?
More than this, Patrick Ness. Because the characters have no clue what's happening.
That is true, that is true.
It has been a couple of years since I've read this book, but I do remember being like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Because they don't know.
No.
At least in the beginning of that book.
I put down The Ocean at the End of the Day by Neil Gaiman.
Of course you did.
Because what is happening?
It's a very Neil Gaiman plot.
What is real, what is not real, what is...
Who knows? That's the point.
Yeah, so that is what I put down. Number 2, Haunted House. What book has the creepiest setting?
I don't really read creepy books, I've realized. So this is gonna be Neil Gaiman heavy on my side.
I just started it off.
Yeah, exactly. I chose Neverwhere because it's like an alternative London with like really creepy animals and things, and it's rats and it's terrifying.
I put down Frankenstein.
Oh, good one.
Because he's in the lab and then they're in a basement under a house.
Yeah,
and
no fun.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah.
Number 3, Ghost Boyfriend.
Oh god.
Who is your eternal book boyfriend?
I had such trouble with this.
Yeah, me too.
Because like you said when we discussed it a bit earlier, it's like I like the characters together.
Yeah, and in the book?
Yes. But not for myself.
No. No.
Unfortunately, most of the time I'm like, no.
You are great. I'm rooting for you.
Woohoo.
Leave me out of it.
Exactly. And also on top of that, I've not read much YA in the last few years.
Yeah.
So I don't have like a recent answer. The only one I could think of was Augustus Waters from The Fault in Our Stars.
Oh.
Exactly. Because he's great. But he's supposed to be with his like
I put down Levi. I don't know how more.
I think Levi, but I don't know.
From Fangirl.
Yeah, I thought about him too.
Yeah. Because she's the one who's the most similar to me, kind of.
Right.
He's just so sweet.
Yeah.
Number 4, Caramel Apple Suckers. Best dang Halloween book ever.
I didn't have many options for this either. I ended up going with Vicious from V.E. Schwab. Don't necessarily know if it's classified as like a Halloween book, but there are a lot of evil stuff happening.
Yeah.
As is in most of her books, to be fair. But yeah, Vicious.
Yeah. I put down Dresden Files.
Oh yeah.
Because there are... I didn't specify which one, because there are more than one that are going on during Halloween or close to Halloween,
right.
And there are monsters and magic and stuff. Very Halloween-y. Number 5, Vampires Everything. What is your least favorite Halloween trope?
Creepy masks.
Friday the 13th. Halloween is not on Friday the 13th.
No.
Just let Friday the 13th go. It's just a date. And then we have 5B. Because there were 2 5s. So 5B.
Yeah.
Pumpkin Everything. Your favorite Halloween trope?
I don't know if this is so much like a Halloween trope as a book trope in general, but it's like betrayal. Like a close friend turns out to be a douchebag. I bloody love it.
I went with like monsters, evil beings being kind of good. Yeah. I am a sucker. Like, there are things that are awful, like, but I tend to like when vampires or werewolves or like, and they're actually good guys. Number 6, evil incarnate. The most evil villain.
Yeah, I had trouble with this one as well. I went with a real classic from Shakespeare.
Oh.
Yeah.
You went back.
I went back. I read Othello in university a couple of years ago, and Iago is the most annoying, horrible human being because he has no point.
Okay.
He just fucks up everything for no reason and just decides to destroy these people's lives. It's like, get a life.
I went with Skeva from the Nevernight trilogy because he has one's power and he is ready to sacrifice anything or anyone. He's bad. Number 7, Ouija Board. A book that messes with things that you don't want to be involved with.
American Gods, Neil Gaiman. There's a lot of that book that I'm like, no. No. I don't need this.
I went with The Lies of Loch Lamora.
Oh, right.
Because criminals.
Yeah, fair.
Like thieving and no, that
No.
kind of thing. Number 8, full moon. Who do you turn into during full moon? Which character?
I was like, I don't know. I just went with Vin from Mistborn.
Okay.
Because I just want to.
Yeah, okay. You're like, okay, I like her, I'm gonna go with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also she can like fly and
Yeah.
she seems like fun.
Okay, I was more like, okay, this is me in a normal state, and then sometimes I just have enough, and
Right?
yeah.
Yes.
So I
Turn
went
into the devil.
I get very decisive, and I go, well, I don't care anymore now. We're doing this because we gotta do something.
Yeah.
So I went with Rose Hathaway from Vampire Academy because she just rushes in. She's like, and that is what I do when I'm like, okay, this is enough.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta do something. No one's taking any decisions, obviously. Number 9, All Hallows Eve. The other world and this world have meshed for one night. What book world would you love to be swept up in?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
I was like, yeah, there's no other answer.
No, nothing. Because all the other worlds are like
I don't wanna
dystopians.
die.
Shit.
Number 10, Voodoo Doll. What author would you like to take control of and make them write you anything you want?
I don't know that I have better ideas than the author themselves.
Yeah.
So I would just take control of Patrick Rothfuss and make him write the third Name of the Wind.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I went with Neil Gaiman because he's really good. It's just that he writes things that I don't like. So, because the authors that I do like, I'm not gonna give them better ideas. But I think that if I gave Neil Gaiman an idea that I like, then he would write a book that I think is amazing.
Fair. Well, yeah.
This question was really creepy.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to take it. No.
No.
This is not something that I want. But that was the only one I was like, I want the third one.
Yeah. I agree. Your answer was better. Way better. Number 11, Black Cat. What red flags do you look for when you start out a book?
This is very general, but bad writing. Like,
I wrote the language.
yeah. It's like, how is it written? Is it repetitive in words?
What rhythm is it?
Are they describing things, or are they just going school? Like, yeah.
And there's just a feel to the language.
Yes.
That goes, yeah, no. Or, yes, please.
Yeah, but it is in the beginning. If the writing is not good enough, I'm never gonna get through it.
And lastly, number 12, Witch's Brew. A book that had a lot of different components thrown in but the result was magical.
Extremely loud and incredibly close. Jonathan Safran Foer. Because there are a lot of different like storylines within that, and also a very interesting way of writing, because the book looks, it's a different looking book in general of how it's written. So and it's amazing. So that one.
Yeah, I went with the Dresden Files again. I tried to find like other things, but this was the one that I felt was most suitable, because he has a lot of things going on. Then he has several books to handle all the things, but as well there are several plot lines, and he's really good at keeping the red thread and new characters, and yeah, he's good. That was it.
Yeah.
So happy Halloween and bye.
Bye.